Hello, my name is Kyle Blue, also known as Teacher Blue. I've been with Qkids for almost a year. I was hired last July. So I've always worked in education. I'm currently an educator. I teach ninth grade English. So before Qkids, that was my main focus, was just helping the students at my local school. So Qkids has personally enabled me to have more of an appreciation for cultural differences. Since I teach at a small rural school in my county, I don't see a lot of diversity, but with Qkids, I've been able to see kids from different cultures, and I greatly appreciate that. My favorite element of teaching online would have to be the convenience of being home. I wanted something to do in which I could be around my family, so this enables that. If I want to go make a pot of coffee in between classes, I can do that. If I want to go down and see my daughters, I can also do that. There's no commute to and from a job. It's all done in-house, so that's what I really appreciate about online teaching. So my personal teaching style is one in which we have fun. Number one, I offer enthusiasm. Number two, and primarily I allow the student to speak first, and then secondly, I will offer corrections, or some sort of praise. Oftentimes I use a lot of props. Sometimes if I might say good job, and then the chicken might approve, or the pig might be happy for the student. Also, sometimes I do tambourine jingles. Just anything to kind of engage the student and to kind of enhance the lesson. So number one, have fun. Number two, I offer enthusiasm. And number three, I'll always allow the student to speak first. So my first class was a great memory. It was a mixture of emotions for me. I was super excited, but also super nervous. I remember the night before, I practiced every slide, and also I went over the names of each student so that I didn't mispronounce any of the names. I remember going in, I didn't know what to expect. I'd never taught online classes before. And so as soon as I entered the class, I quickly realized that the parents were nice and patient, and I also realized that the students were eager to learn. So that kind of put me at ease throughout the entire process. One thing I quickly noticed, though, was my pacing was off slightly, and so I went over in my class a little bit. So two suggestions that I would have for anyone, any newcomer, is number one, have fun, and number two, be sure that you watch your pacing. So it's hard to think of just one memory. There's been so many good memories with Qkids already. It hasn't even been a year for me. But if I had to choose just one, or maybe two, the first one is I had this student often, and he, at the very end of the lesson, I'll ask him what kind of sticker he would like, and he always says, "I like Teacher Blue." Not what kind of sticker he likes, but "I like Teacher Blue." And so for me, it's just a nice reminder that what I'm doing is making a difference. And it's just good to hear appreciation from students. So that's a nice memory for me. The second memory is one where the mother was on camera, and she told me that her son was not home. The son was out with the father, and so I assumed that class would be canceled. However, what she wanted me to do was to teach her the lesson so that she could relay that to her child. And I think this speaks volumes for the Chinese culture and how much that Chinese families value education. So those two memories really stand out to me. So my advice for new teachers is, number one, always prepare. Always know what the lessons are about before you encounter students. Number two, be sure that you have fun. Students will not enjoy the learning experience if you're not having fun. The third thing is to always offer encouragement, whether it be with the props that you have, or whether it be by giving diamonds anytime the student does something good. And the last thing is to always allow the student to speak first. English language learners learn more when they have the opportunity to practice by speaking first, and then the teacher becomes the facilitator and offers feedback after the student has spoken. So those are my pieces of advice. This is a great opportunity for anyone wanting some extra income and wanting to, have a positive effect on young lives.